Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Trendy Spotlight. 7. History of success. Although it is unusual to see 3 countries host a World Cup, these 3 countries have had their own history of success when it comes to hosting big soccer tournaments. As you know, the US hosted the 1994 World Cup, which is still the tournament with the greatest spectator attendance in World Cup history at 3.6 million people. Mexico played host to what are known as 2 of the greatest World Cups ever, with the magic of Pelé and Brazil in 1970, as well as the infamous Hand of God by Diego Maradona in 1986, who eventually led Argentina to their second title. Canada has hosted the 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup and Under-20 Men's World Cup in 2007. In conclusion, these countries have their own experiences with hosting a World Cup before. Thus, it seems like the right decision to allow them to host the 2026 tournament in unison. 6. It will be the 23rd World Cup. The 2026 FIFA World Cup will be the 23rd edition of the men's competition. There have been a total of 8 champions, with Brazil currently being the most successful country in the tournament's history, with 5 World Cups. The most recent champions, France, just won their 2nd championship in 20 years. The Netherlands have been the most unlucky finalists in the competition, reaching the final 3 times: 1974, 1978, and 2010, and losing on all 3 occasions. They are the only country to finish in the tournament's top 4 at least 5 times without having won a World Cup. 5. The voting wasn't close. It came down to Morocco or North America on June 13, 2018 to decide where the 2026 FIFA World Cup would be played. The voting took place at the 68th FIFA Congress in Moscow, where the results saw the United bid receiving 134 valid ballots and Morocco receiving 65. The joint bid of Mexico, Canada, and the US were the clear favorites for the majority of voters. Their acceptance makes a bit of history for each country, as Canada becomes the 5th nation to host the men and women's FIFA World Cup. The US becomes the 1st country to host the men's and women's tournaments 2 times, and Mexico becomes the 1st country to host the competition 3 times. Number 4. Division over new format. The new format to be incorporated for the group and knockout stages of the 2026 World Cup brought about some opposing opinions from people such as the European Club Association. The association expressed that the number of games in the tournament was already at an acceptable level, and that Gianni Infantino's reason for the expansion is strictly political so that he can fulfill his promises that got him elected. Coach Joachim Low also commented on the issue, saying the expansion will dilute the value of the tournament as the players have already reached their mental and physical capacities. With groups of 3, there is also a greater risk of collusion in the final round of matches during the group stage. However, Infantino made the suggestion that all group stage matches ending in draws could be decided on penalties. 3. Host nations considered bidding separately. Having Mexico, Canada, and the United States bid for the tournament as one was not the original plan. All 3 countries considered bidding separately to host the tournament. However, on April 10, 2017, it was announced that the 3 countries would form a united bid. Although co-hosting the World Cup had been banned after the 2002 competition, it had been approved by FIFA for the 2026 tournament. When it was announced that the 3 countries would be hosting together, 48 venues in 43 cities were contacted, which recently had been reduced to 23 venues in 23 cities. When Morocco announced its bid in August 2017, it had proposed 14 venues in 12 cities. 2. There will be a playoff tournament. The qualification process for the 2026 World Cup has yet to be decided, but one thing we can be sure about is that there will be a playoff tournament at the end of the qualifying stage involving 6 teams to determine the last 2 berths at the World Cup. This tournament will consist of 1 country per confederation except UEFA and 1 additional team from the confederation of the host country, CONCACAF. The top 2 seeded teams determined by the FIFA World Rankings will play the winners of the first knockout games between the 4 unseeded teams. This competition is expected to take place in November 2025 in the host countries as a test event for the World Cup. Number 1. It will be a blast. This is probably the most important thing soccer fans need to know. Regardless of who you cheer for or where you're from, the 2026 FIFA World Cup is going to be a blast. For fans in the host nations, to have people from all over the world come to your city and enjoy the biggest soccer competition in the world is going to be an endless amount of fun. For the fans flying across the world to attend the event, it will, without a doubt, be something special, as all three countries are already known to be incredible hosts in the past. Finally, for those watching at home, simply enjoy the biggest World Cup tournament to ever take place. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.